Open meeting. It's roll call.
Commissioner Caprosa,
Almost. Here.
Commissioner Livermore,
Very excited
Commissioner
about
Middleton,
that.
Here.
Commissioner Rondo,
Here.
Commissioner Seaver.
Here. Partisan pledge, mate.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Open for brief public comment. Place. 3 times. Agenda. Juice to hear about that?
Yes.
I wanna stick this in here, about the Houston Marketplace in here somewhere, talk about it. Where do you wanna put it? So start right out with it right away?
New number 8.
You wanna go under 8 or under 5, what?
Let's start off with it.
Start off, we'll put a range.
Just get it at the top,
Yeah.
5.5.
Yeah.
Move that we accept the agenda with, at the added item 5.5. With the rid of our information.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, Rick hasn't seen it yet.
My sport.
roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Hey. Musing Marketplace. Pam, you wanna
Want to start it?
start it?
Yes.
I just gave my copy to Rick, let's read.
I gave mine away too.
Okay.
So the MEDC, which was a big funding component of our Munising Marketplace, have stated that they will not have funding this fiscal year, which would be all the way till next October. And then we could apply for it again. And because we feel like we are shovel ready and they've approved other people's grant money who is not shovel ready. They haven't even done anything much at all. And they're getting like 5 million and 6 million and that. So we would like a letter of support from the board that we can send to Senator McBroom, Representative Hill, and anybody else you want to add to this.
Well, with the governor, we have a lieutenant governor here
Lieutenant Governor,
talking about it.
should we send it to him too?
Mhm.
Lieutenant Governor, okay.
Is there any kind of MEDC, do they have a committee that runs them or something, or other legislatures specifically that are directly involved with the MEDC that we should send it to?
Send
Not
it to
just our,
Send it to MEDC,
oh, heck yeah,
Sure.
they're the ones that we want the money from.
right, right, okay. All right, I'll add those to it. Anybody else? Right,
I think everybody here has got a letter from what we drafted up. We've read it. I think if you read the letter, the previous letter, I think the whole thing was they're saying there's confusion on, they were supposed to have letters of commitment. Apparently, they said you're supposed to have those. And there wasn't, but they gave them like a 10-day timeline right during Christmas, so they wouldn't get it. Sounds like they have it now, though.
yeah, we have, two, one of them was a store that will be in there, and they're working with 2 different ones. They should have, hopefully, that agreement signed by Monday. And I think the other one they already have done to that for them, so.
Discussion on it, or thoughts? And we'll dump on it.
But-
Yeah,
Well, we're trying to catch up.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
No, we're not blaming you, it's just,
It came this morning, it was like, I think we should, everybody knows how I feel on it, but I think as a board, we should do something about it.
No, I support writing, sending a letter to them, all the above,
no, I'd rather we have it now than 3 weeks from now.
yeah.
Approve and authorize to send.
I was just letting everybody get a chance to at least look over the letter.
Yeah.
Would it do us any good to send it to all the representatives in the UP?
Yeah.
Get them all.
I mean, it's only a click. We can leave that up to Pam or who we wanna send it to.
that sounds good. Any suggestions is good. Also, the people who you want to sign it, I just drew 4 names in there. If whoever you would want to sign this would be good.
Put the right signatures to me. You're signing for us, Kelly's signing for the Brownfield, Pam was the land bank, and Jay was the clerk.
I'll throw my signature on it.
Making a motion?
Make a motion to approve and send letter.
Support.
Any discussion on it? Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Okay, number 6. Consent agenda, A through R.
I'll make a motion that we accept the consent agenda as is.
Support.
Any discussion? The long one, roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Number 7, the minutes. We got APBA public hearing minutes of December 11th. Proposal 5-year county recreational plan. B, the committee of the whole meeting minutes of December 11th. C, the public hearing minutes, December 18th for the 124 general fund and other fund out budgets. And D, board of commissioner meeting December 18th. Any comments on those? No discussion? Do they look good?
I did not see any errors.
Motions?
Move to approve the minutes.
I'll second. I think I can second.
Okay. They are small enough. Bonus rules.
Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Number 8, pet control. We got a few of them this time. For bids, we have A+ pet management. And theirs was $85 a month. Beyond Pet Management. $85 a month with a 5% paid below drops it down to $82 a month. And then we have Lady Killers for $80 a month. I do see the one thing on Lady Killers, they say no carpenter ants.
I believe that's specified in the others as
That's what
well.
I was looking.
I remember from last week that they specified also it wasn't carpenter ant treatment.
Yep. That's available, but not there. Service, yeah, none of them do it, so. We have 3 bids. 2 at 85, one of the 85 has a 5% discount, paid in full. Which still brings it down to about 81. And then we have 1 for 80. Discussion on that?
we've used the A plus and ladies here before, right?
Just A plus.
Just A plus? Okay.
I use lady killers at both my businesses and my home for the last, I don't know, 5, 6 years, and happy with them. I don't know,
Where's A plus out of? Sorry, my computer won't let me log in tonight.
Dollar Bay.
Oh, we have it all printed out.
They're from Dollar Bay and Beyond is from Gladstone.
I mean,
I
Ladies
think Beyond, that guy started up a new business. He was working for A plus. He was the one that did the contract for A plus last year. At the county,
Sure.
but for some reason, he went out on his own. That information came from Brian. Brian knows this guy. and,
Sure.
How would Brian feel?
Brian liked the work that he did, you know, but then again, it was A plus, and now, he's on his own, so I, you know. That's who I've used at my house too, the same guy's name is Nick, used him for years. Always done a good job, but I'm sure so is everybody else that they use.
Well, everybody knows my feelings, I like staying local if we can.
You know,
that's what I was gonna kind of shoot for, was that
for
they have the
$5.
lower bill and, you know, it's
I
staying
know
local.
it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's $5 a month,
No, $5.
$5 a month, and it's a local company,
So
so.
look at it, it's $80 staying in our county,
Right.
and it is the cheap.
I wonder why they mentioned carpenter ants.
Every one of them says that, no, they don't.
Is there a
Must be a
problem
different
with
poison.
them or?
I think it's a different chemical they'd have to use, it doesn't cover.
Oh, yeah.
It's a more expensive chemical probably.
That was my guess when they specifically
Every,
excluded them.
every one of them, every bid had a note in there.
No, right.
But it's available.
Yep.
But it's,
It's not part of the regular maintenance. of
right,
the
no,
grounds.
none of them do that as regular roads.
So you don't know what they would charge if you had to have it, right?
Correct. None of them.
I don't think we have much carpenter ant problems up here in the winters.
But there's a reason was mentioned. I mean,
It's probably more money for that
Sure.
chemical. I think carpenter ants, they do more of a spot if they have a problem in one area. It's not a, and like spiders and things like that, they just go around the whole building.
Lights, check the traps, check the traps.
Whatever they do at our house, they take the regular ants, just got that, behind my house, it's all patio, the brick, sand, some of those ants were just tearing it up, and ever since we started using them, we don't have no ants anywhere. And our dogs are still alive. Well, depending on it.
They're probably honestly all spraying the exact same chemical,
Well, I think so.
you know, I mean,
does this include the jail or is it just,
Yes.
yeah, it's the lady killers, I just saw it on top of theirs, so. On the second page.
Courthouse, sheriff department, ambulance building.
Yep, so
Munising Township uses lady killers, and it took care of the ant problem that we have.
Discussion on it?
who did you say, which one of these you said that Brian,
The county used A plus last year, I believe. And this Nick guy, he was the guy that came down and worked for A plus, but now he's on his own out of Gladstone. I don't know.
That
This is
must
his
be the
first year.
beyond pest management.
Beyond, yeah. But didn't we use lady killers on our boat too? And it took care of
I just knew
really
you
big nasty spiders all over.
I knew you were definitely afraid of spiders, so.
Hey, just for the record, I wasn't gonna call you out on the record about the spiders.
Oh,
I just thought I remember seeing an audit that A plus was in there, and then when A plus couldn't come for something quickly, we called lady killers, so we had used them
It was the boat,
separately.
it was you and I that one.
Okay,
Yeah, it was one of the ones we asked about.
like, why do I keep all this information in my head? I don't know, but.
Building before A plus.
All the garden they had in my school, who that both.
Right.
Any motions?
I'll move to accept the bid from Lady Killers for $80 a month.
I'll second that.
Any last discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa? Yes. Commissioner Livermore?
Yes.
Commissioner Middleton?
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo?
Yes.
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes. Number 9, Prime Specialty Contracting, LLC proposal for fixture upgrades in Alger County Jail. And that is, for Pam, you can go with that, we're looking at a grant part of that.
I did submit for, a grant that will pay $50,000. So the total is 120-some thousand.
Oh, 130, yeah.
Yeah, and they said that it was a 99-point-something% sure that we're gonna get it. And that if the county wanted to start before we got the money, that we could. We won't know until probably the end of February or 1st of March.
And this is for the old part of the jail.
That
We've
is-
been having problems with that for as long as we can remember, trying to find money for this. It ain't that we have the money for it, but being $50,000 cheaper, this grant makes it a little more. I think we should do it now rather than wait and spend the whole thing.
I've never been, I mean, it was bad.
Oh, gosh.
30 years ago when I was working ambulance all the time, it was already bad. So I can't imagine it improved.
Is this the only bid we got on this?
Nope, Brian, this is actually, he bid this out 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's contacted every person, and these are the only ones out of somebody to give it to. I don't know if their workers don't like the jail or what.
Yeah, so the other ones didn't want to bid.
And I think that's what it is, you know, that's a lot of work to come in and bid out something like that.
Yeah.
And then there's always been this big delay where times change, you have to bring them back to see if they'll give you an updated bid. And it takes time away.
Well, we've gotten tired of the process,
You
and
know,
we're not doing it anymore.
I think this time is when we got the grant before we opened it
And
up.
I was yawning, and said, well, 50, right? For the
Yeah.
grant.
$50,000.
So it's still gonna cost us 70.
I think I asked Joel when I saw this.
Yeah,
we've
but
got
every year we
like
wait,
28
the
something in our other
more
account.
things need to be
Is it
fixed,
possible
the
that
more
we'll do?
expensive it gets.
And at least we're getting 50 of it paid for.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's.
And more for that.
Doing it now.
28 sitting there.
That's in the jail budget, right?
Well, that's in the
That's in the jail
budget.
budget, right?
After we amend it, right, Steve?
Is it possible we can do that?
What do we want to discuss which accounts to use in financing?
Well, let's make sure we got enough money in any of the accounts to do it.
Well, wouldn't it just be capital improvement?
Capital improvement, yeah.
50 from the grant.
And then
Just 80 through capital improvement.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 129, 805, so it's
Just shy of 130.
80,000.
How long has this bid been? Is it just this week?
No,
Dated January 9th.
And you couldn't get no bids from nobody else, that's what you're saying?
Brian is the one that was in charge of getting the bids made.
he couldn't, they wouldn't come and do bids for it.
He had talked to me about this previously, that, and he said it's the same thing with the roof. We've rebid things so many times that these companies, they're tired of wasting their time coming to rebid things, and then we never put it out. They never actually give the bid to anybody, and so.
So this time, we waited till we knew we had the grant and the money to do it before we even put it out there again. And Prime's the only one that'll come back to us. I think they were the cheaper anyway when we did have bids
They
before.
were,
Yes.
I'm just not comfortable with just one bid.
I know, I hear
It's not the way it's supposed to work.
you. That's the problem now, is just trying to find a contractor to give you a bid. But we did put it out there.
Yeah,
It was out there?
Every contract that Brian contacted, well, he's not all, I'm sure he hasn't did everybody in the count or in the state, but.
Prime was here, Trudell was here, and, we had Marquette,
Boshan, was it Boshan?
it could have been, I'm not sure, there was another one, there was,
Or Swick,
or maybe it was Swick, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, cause I imagine it can't be the easiest job for them either. It's not like they can have the run of the place to, you know.
I think we can,
No, but I mean,
Everybody.
not like a regular commercial job where they can just
Yeah.
come in and
Right,
tear everything all at once
and I think we can do one cell at a time.
and that's, yeah.
which makes it harder. You can't just run through it. And I'm sure we gotta have some security there. We can't just leave that hampers you guys. You gotta, I mean, really gotta watch who we let in the jail.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just not comfortable with just one bid. When you're, you know,
Do you wanna wait?
but he's saying he ain't gonna get another bid, so.
Brian,
Don't make me comfortable, but
Yeah.
we have no choice.
I'm taking
Right.
Brian's word on this and
Well, I haven't talked to Brian, so
I trust Brian that he did his due diligence. He said they will not. I think in the future, we could do is put it in the Marquette Builders Exchange, stuff like this. That goes out to a lot of places. Rather than just calling. This is something that's been going on for 2 years, I think, that Brian's been trying to get people to bid on it and working on it, but. I think the harder part was getting them to give a up-to-date bid, because prices change constantly. The other option is we could wait another month on it.
But we should, when you have something like this, we should make sure we're gonna carry through with it. Instead of getting people bids, like we did that with Norm's Construction. The guy bid it all out,
Yep.
and then he had to rebid it because we never put it out there for everybody. And if we're gonna do it, we should have to do it.
This is kind of a different one here, because it was started, what, a couple years ago?
Been a couple years, yeah.
And we've had the contractors in multiple times,
Funding, so something there.
and then no funding. This time made sure, well, 99% sure that the funding was there before we pulled the trigger and asked for updated bids.
Yeah, cause I know at one point I talked to Brian, and he was afraid that nobody was gonna bid it
Right.
when he asked again. And so we knew if we were gonna have a chance of getting that grant and actually doing it.
I definitely agree with Mickey. From now on, we gotta make sure, before we go too far, make sure it goes through the proper channels of buildings and grounds, administrative, financial, where do we have the money? And then if that's all okay, then go put it out on bids. Or actually bring it to the board to agree that we want it done, then put it out on bids. I know it's more of a hassle, but I think being fair, we all learn by our mistakes in the past, but in the future we can do better.
Well, like she said, we won't see the funding for that grant until end of February, March.
They meet in Lansing to decide who gets the funding, and he said he will be there, and he was 99 point something.
So I
Sure
mean,
that the Alger
and
County will.
But that's
we
just it
could
too.
start
We were
earlier than getting
99%.
the funding from the grant, but honestly, we could give it another 3 weeks and put it out for more bids.
That's it, yeah.
I don't think that we're in a hurry to approve that right now. We could wait.
I
another
mean,
3
nobody's told Prime that this getting
Done today.
done today and they could start next week, I don't believe, so.
And I think we're all in agreement that it needs to get done.
I think we could make it a decision today if we want it guaranteed being done. And that gives Brian a little bit of power saying the money has been allocated, we're,
Make it conditional on, you know, just on getting the grant.
but then it goes back to the same thing like Mickey before, now everybody's seeing this. It's not a competitive
Mhm, yep.
bid, where he asked for bids for some time though, and I don't know exactly how long. We've been asking, trying to
Um,
get bids.
Well, we could have Brian come
I guess that
to
would
our
have been
next
the
meeting
best
as
thing
well,
is,
so he can tell us, listen.
Okay.
Instead of, cause I don't wanna speak for him, I've had a conversation with him about things like this, but that was
Yeah, it's a
2
great,
months ago.
good plan.
did he send out like a message, an email, did he call, like something that says
Yeah, I
that the
think
people
we're
said
better
we
off.
aren't going to come back?
I wanna see it done, but I'd like to have Brian come explain to us to make sure that we've not jumped the gun and done something we shouldn't do.
I agree.
I will move to table this until our next meeting and request that our maintenance supervisor be present to answer some questions for us. So we can get this moving forward.
I support that.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa? Yes. Commissioner Livermore?
Yeah,
Commissioner Middleton?
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo?
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes. Lieutenant cost saving ideas, revenue sources. Save money, find money, anybody have any ideas? No?
I think we did that last month, last week.
No, well, every little bit counts. Number 11. Unfinished business, discuss approving the Alger County 5-year recreation grant plan.
I talked to the people that are trying to do that out in Chatham, and they won't be able to do that, so, right away, so if we put it off till April, probably the best thing for us to do.
Sounds good, that gives us
Doesn't
longer,
take-
because
yeah.
the last 5 years,
Yeah.
so.
gives us more time on our plan.
Yeah, if we're not gonna use it, we'll hold off. Does that hurt anything with QPAD? I mean, it doesn't bother them at all?
No, she was the one that.
Yes,
I
it was
told her.
it
It
was
was their
their- she's the
idea,
one that
so-
gave us the recommendation that, hey, if you don't have something, you should wait. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want a motion to postpone to April approval then and get it off?
I'll
Yep,
make that motion.
support.
Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa?
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore?
yes,
Commissioner Middleton?
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo?
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes. Number 12, financial matters. Authorized treasurer transfer from 2024 general fund appropriations to individual funds, the sheet. Last time we skipped one, so we had to make a new one. We forgot to do their school program, officer in school program, we forgot to allocate the money into that fund, so we have to bring it up again. So that's all that's about when it came.
do we approve it?
I'll second. I'll second. Discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa? Yes. Commissioner Livermore?
yeah,
Commissioner Middleton?
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo?
yes,
Commissioner Seaver?
Yes. Do we have any resolutions?
um,
Committee reports? None here.
didn't have any yet.
haven't had any yet.
I don't have none. I do have a meeting.
Oh, wait, I did have one. We had land bank from Brownfield.
No, I had no field.
I missed it. We had land bank. You had a committee report, I have a committee.
Yes. Brownfield, and that all ties into this again too, where we're sitting, we don't know.
Same thing. right?
Brownfield, we're trying to get Brownfield grant for the fire hall for stabilization. We don't know how that's gonna transfer into this whole situation that we got going with the whole marketplace, that's all tied in together, so.
And
At that point, we didn't know anything about this during those meetings.
then for land bank,
Oh, yeah. And if we don't have to now,
You want me to just, I'll bring it up.
okay, but Kelly was here, she wasn't here last time, that's why we kind of skipped it. But QPAD with the
we
recycle,
meet on the 25th, that's
okay,
our next meeting.
because we have a letter of intent that
Yeah,
they're looking for.
I saw that in my email
Or you-
earlier.
Both that, I mean, we're looking for you for.
Oh,
update.
Is it the separate letter? Or
I mean,
is the letter for QPAD?
we need a
For the-
letter of
for the-
intent saying that we want to be part of
Part
the
of-
6 counties.
And it's fine to do it next meeting,
I would assume so.
because they said 120
I mean,
days.
unless, yeah, but the sooner the better, so our next meeting, we definitely should be able to put in that letter. We
Well,
can
I
draft
think-
one up and have it ready, cause I'll be seeing them on
As much
Thursday.
as we don't like unfunded mandates, I think it's the best bang for the buck. The only thing we have, we can't afford to do it on our own, but
That, and it would be so many people and
We
so
don't-
many
we
things.
just don't have
We
the-
just don't have
as I
it.
said.
Yeah, we couldn't meet the criteria, even if we could afford it, we couldn't meet the criteria.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that it would be best as a UP as a whole to work together. on
Yes.
it. We stand as we're a UP as a whole and we're different from all the rest, so let's do it together, I think.
I think at your meeting, you'll have more, I think you can tell them at the meeting that we're reluctantly, on board, but
They already knew that we were, there. We'd already discussed this when he came and said that we liked the idea of it, and everything,
we'll put
so
it on the agenda.
for February. Yeah, and then as far as the only meeting I made it to was the land bank. And right now we're working on gathering properties for another grant we received to do more light and other things, so that's what we're kind of focused on right now, is finding anybody who needs help with light, and such, so. That's what I got.
And I got a meeting tomorrow with Nick from the health department. See what we can do to get our health department open on Fridays.
Yeah,
What time is that?
He's gonna call and get you. We didn't set a time, just said, I said, set aside 2 hours of your day when you get yours.
cause you guys did new counts, new chair and everything, so you're the new chair.
Sure.
I was just, the other day, needed to go to the LMAS and I was like, dang, it's Friday.
There you
Yeah,
go.
so I guess they don't have your vote on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not just that, I mean, they also have that baby closet up there. And that's what I needed, was I knew somebody needed something and I had the ability to get stuff from the baby closet and I was unable to get it, so. I then just used my own resources and helped the people, but
Yeah,
that's what the community baby closet's for, and it was just disappointing it wasn't open on
well, they're
Friday.
a public service that Alger County wants, we want it.
Yeah, and so they're already there on site.
Yeah.
That's the thing that.
Yep.
Yeah. You're there, the door should be open.
You wanna
Correspondence?
throw that in on the meeting?
There's a pamphlet from MAC, people interested in being a county commissioner and what that entails. I have them available at the front counter, in the clerk's office.
Free public, got one?
Available. And then, MSU extension, looking for, federal health extension educator. Yeah.
What comments? Anybody? Down the line, right, Mike?
Well, we talked about the whole thing, so I had to.
Anything, Mac?
I do. There's a local, government that's starting, or citizens that are starting a local choice submit petition to stop this Public Act 233 that gave the right to the Michigan MSP, the right to be able to put windmills and, solar panels where they wanted it. And these people want to take it out of, Michigan Public Service Commission. A person wanted, corporation wanted to come and put them in. They would, be able to get it through the Public Service Commission, and local people wouldn't have a thing to say about it. They need, I think it's 550,000 signatures by the 26th of May. And part of the thing is they're taking 340,000 acres of farmland and putting this renewable energy stuff on these farmlands. And I told you guys about the solar panels up in Marquette. Went through there yesterday and they don't shovel them off. So, I think, we should look forward to getting that petition hopefully we can sign it and get this to the local level. I like things on the local level.
Actually, on that, we talked with, we both had a chance to talk with Carl Bonak about that, and that's a big push that he's going for is that too. And he said it is right now, it's a bipartisan partnership on that, so it's on both sides.
Yep.
That, they need that 500,000
Yeah.
signatures. And like you saying, different people said that they can grow farm underneath them dishes and stuff, or the solar panels, and that's wrong, because like Frito-Lay, they will not take, cause it draws carbon or
Chance of leaching. from the-
leaching
Even if it does, but there's high enough probability that they won't.
that they won't even buy,
use them.
they won't do it, so there's gotta be something. But,
Another comment I'd like to make
Go ahead.
is that, Sports, rent a car.
Yeah.
They had a whole bunch of EVs. They're getting rid of every one of them. Can't rent them. The city of Toronto had, I think they had 27 electric buses. They're converting them all to diesel. That's my comment.
I didn't even know you could rent an electric vehicle. So they aren't doing very good on making sure people know.
staff comments.
Nothing in it.
We have a trial on Wednesday and a drunk driving case, if you're interested in watching. It starts at, jury selection starts at 9. I expect to wrap the trial by 2, so if you're interested. It's kind of low stakes, but a really interesting fact pattern that might
Pretty
be.
confident. Wrap it up.
Oh, well, I'm not, who knows?
you come across, it's like.
I'm saying the fun part will be wrapped up by 2. What the jury does after that, that's up to
It's a jury selection.
Oh,
the jury. That's No,
Confidence is good though.
yeah, well,
it's not about winning or losing. About
doing the right thing, yes.
Thank you.
Sheriff Department,
I don't have anything. Thanks.
Pam,
I have nothing else.
EMD, nothing back there? No. Brief public comment? Lisa?
No, but somebody said that, my name was Lisa Hanson in the meeting minutes.
It's not?
I'm looking at some of my truck. Wanna look for that, Joel?
The minutes from last month. Call her Lisa Hanson.
To be corrected.
Thank you.
With that.
Is that Kurt's wife? Going twice? Anybody else? Read public comment and 19 adjourned. I can hit it again. What is it?
You know, motions.
We adjourn.
Yeah.
Can we get you a little pad though, so I.
Yeah.
I'm not.
They draw